I welcome you for the online class of economics. Today we will be going to continue, that is the balance of payment, the last topic which is left for the chapter. This question I had already explained to you. Now we will be going to learn official reserve account. What do you mean by official reserve account, student? The overall balance is finally reflected in the official reserve account of the Reserve Bank of India, because Reserve Bank of India is a custodian of foreign exchange. Means it is the it is the central bank of the country, as well as it manages all the foreign exchange which is done from our country to another country. Mainly the foreign exchange is done by the Reserve Bank of India, and all foreign transactions in the country are routed through the RBI way only. If overall balance is positive, as in the above illustration, it causes increase in official reserves. If overall balance is negative, it causes decrease in official reserve. Thus, current account surplus plus current account surplus equals to increase in official reserve account, and current account deficit plus capital account deficit equals to decrease in official reserve account. So it has to be taken step by the government. So if current account surplus plus capital account surplus increase, it does, that must be done by the government, so has to do more welfare of the country and to make the economic development of the country. Current account deficit plus capital account deficit, where has decreased the official reserve account, which is a loss for the country. In the above illustration, official reserve account of the Reserve Bank of India would saw an increase of $363 million. This question, as we solved in the last, overall balance by current account balance, capital account balance plus errors and omission, all the balances when we calculated, the overall balance has been taken 363 positive million dollars, that is increasing the official reserve account of the government. It will be going to the official reserve account, from where the money can be used for the various social welfare workers of the company. Here an important point need to be carefully noted down. Sometime official reserve account is shown as a part of the capital account balance of payment, and sometime it is not. If official reserves are shown as a part of the capital account balance of payment, then BOP always balances, because increase in the official reserve is indicated by a negative sign, while decrease is indicated by a positive sign. Table 1 is an example of India's balance of payment account, wherein increase and decrease in official reserve is shown as a part of the capital account balance of payment. Accordingly, balance of payment balance or the balance of BOP account is equal to 0. Table 1 is based on the actual data relating to some major items of India's balance of payment. Let us see. Major items of India's balance of payment, showing how balance of payment always balances. Here it is a data of April-September 2012 economic survey done. Items, you can see there, export, import, trade balance, invisible, the same thing which we have learnt in the earlier question. Current account balance, capital account balance, errors and omissions. Overall balance, official reserves, that is, it will be showing whether it is increase or decrease. Has overall balance will be showing 360 positive, it is showing increase in the official reserve, as we already solved the question in the last class. In case official reserves are not shown as a part of the capital account, the official reserve account is separately presented and classified as below the line. In such situation, the current and capital account together may show a surplus or deficit BOP. BOP surplus has already we learned. Current account surplus plus capital account surplus will show BOP surplus. When official reserve account is not a part of capital account, balance of payment deficit, when current account deficit plus capital account deficit, when official reserves account is not a part of capital account. BOP always increase balances, has current account balance plus capital account balance equals to 0. When official reserve account is a part of capital account, the first is not a part of capital account, and the second when is a situation, BOP always balances. When it balances, when current account balance plus capital account balance will be showing 0. Okay. Equilibrium and disequilibrium in balance of payment. As we learned, their official reserve account surplus and deficit when it comes. Now we will see in which situation equilibrium can be done and which situation disequilibrium of balance of payment. BOP equilibrium is struck when current account balance per capital account balance equals to plus errors and omission equals to overall balance equals to 0, and there is no movement, increase or decrease of official reserves of the central bank. That time balance of payment will be equilibrium. This situation to generate is very rare. Or ignoring the element of errors and omission, we can say that balance of payment equilibrium is struck when current account balance plus capital account balance equals to 0 and there is no movement of the official reserves. We can say that BOP is a state of equilibrium when any negative balance in the current account is counterbalanced by a positive balance of equal size in the capital account and there is no change in official reserves of the central bank. Thus, in a state of balance of payment equilibrium, inward flow of foreign exchange on account of current account and capital account transaction is exactly equal to the outward flow of foreign exchange and there is no change in official reserves of foreign exchange and gold. And the central bank of the country means there is no effect in the stock market, there is no effect on the gold market that will show balance of payment equilibrium. If it will get affected, then definitely it will be increase and decrease. Now let us see disequilibrium, when it will be caused. Maximally, disequilibrium cases are more. The disequilibrium in balance of payment occurs when the sum total of current account balance and capital account balance is not 0. Instead of it is either some positive number or some negative number, as in the earlier question it was having positive number. In case the sum total of current account balance and capital account balance is some positive number, it indicates balance of payment surplus. But if the capital account and current account balance is showing some negative digit, it is showing balance of payment deficits. Thus we have balance of payment disequilibrium when current account balance plus capital account balance is not equal to 0 and it causes movement of official reserve either in positive or negative. Balance of payment surplus when current account balance plus capital account balance is some positive number pointing to net forward inward flow of foreign exchange and causing an increase in official reserves. Balance of payment deficit when current account balance plus capital account balance is some negative numbers pointing to net outward flow of foreign exchange and causing a decrease in official reserves. Autonomous and accommodating items of balance of payment, which is the last topic of the chapter. What is autonomous and what is accommodating? Autonomous means freely, and accommodating which is accommodated in place of someone. In place of something, we are accommodating something. Balance of payment transaction or items in balance of payment account are often classified as autonomous items and accommodating items. The difference is as under. Autonomous refers to such balance of payment transaction which are undertaken with a view of making profit. It is due to this transaction that there is a balance of payment deficit or surplus. Accommodating item, when we see on the other hand, refers to such transactions which are undertaken by the central bank of a country with a view to correcting balance of payment imbalance. So this point you have to remember that autonomous, when it happens, it is generally which are undertaken with a view to making profit. Okay. It is due to this transaction that there is a balance of payment deficit and surplus, whereas accommodating item, when we see on the other hand, refers to such transactions which are undertaken by the central bank of a country with a view of correcting balance of payment imbalances and restoring the balance of payment equilibrium. So that is more plausible situation, that is accommodating item. It is important to note that accommodating items do not cause any movement of goods and services across the borders. This relate only to the movement of official reserve with a view to correcting balance of payment imbalances. Often the accommodating items are not reflected as an element of balance of payment accounts. These are therefore called below the line items, while autonomous items are called above the line items because they help to balance the payment. Thus, when balance of payment deficit or surplus is estimated, it is refers to autonomous items of autonomous transaction or balance of payment. Let us have a reading of autonomous and difference between autonomous and accommodating items. Autonomous items refer to such balance of payment transaction which are undertaken for consideration of profit, whereas accommodating are those which are free from consideration of profit. Here we are not seeing whether profit or loss will be happening. We are just accommodating to make a balance of payment. Autonomous items are the cause of balance of payment deficit and surplus. Now we got balance of payment, why it gets, because sometimes for the profit earning we are doing some transaction which is sometimes it gives deficit, sometimes it gives surplus. Accommodating items are meant to restore balance of payment balance as before. Autonomous items may involve the movement of goods and supplies across the borders to make profit or export and import of consumer goods or capital goods, but accommodating doesn't involves any movement of goods and services across the border. Autonomous items are classified as above the line, whereas accommodating are classified as below the line. Now comes balance of trade and balance of payment. Even when it means a little repetition, the difference between balance of trade and balance of payment must be highlighted. How the way highlighted? Balance of trade refers to the trade when it is done, that is the export and import of goods and services. Balance of trade refers to the difference between export of merchandise, material, goods and services, import of merchandise of a country. You know, international trade, export and import. It is estimated as under balance of trade equals to export of material goods minus import of material goods. Okay, if it comes positive, it is good, but if it comes negative, it is a loss for the country. Balance of payment refers to the overall balance when the current account balance and capital account balance are added up. Balance of payment equals to balance of current account balance BOP plus balance of capital account BOP. So that is balance of payment. There are two different things, balance of trade and balance of payment. They are not same, because when the transaction will be done, balance of current account and capital account will result the balance of payment. In case there is an item related to errors and omission, it also needs to be added up along with the current account balance and capital account balance to obtain overall balance of balance of payment. What is capital account surplus? May be a grim indicator. Let us see. Balance of payment related performance of less developed countries like India often reflects a surplus in capital account in the backdrop of current account deficits. Table 1 shows that for the period April-September 2012, current account balance was minus $38,973 million, while capital account balance was $39,989 million, implying a situation of balance of payment of a grim indicator rather than a good indicator. A negative current account balance suggests that our exports of goods and services are less than our imports. This points to the fact that our receipts of foreign exchange through export is less than our payments of foreign exchange through imports. Where will the money come from? The only two options are borrowings and sale of our assets to the foreigners. This is what we are doing, but it must not be done, because if we are borrowing, we will be international level be credited. If it will be more dangerous for our country, and if we sell our assets will become less. So our capital account receipts are swelling largely owing to our borrowings from abroad and sale of assets, physical assets as well as financial assets to the non-resident. Thus, a high capital account balance in the backdrop of a high current account deficit may be a reflection more of poverty than prosperity of a nation. So this was the chapter balance of payment. Refer the chapter properly. If any doubt, you can ask to me. Related to project, if it will be good that you will start making the project, or either you will discuss your project with me, so that I can also come to know how much the part has been done by you people, and we can go through together for the particular good project to be get completed. So this was the end of the portion of the term 1. After that, I will be starting the term 2 portion also, so as to complete the portion within the given period of time. So let us, you can see the what all things we have learnt in this chapter. We have learned balance of payment meaning, when we have learned economic transaction, then we have learned balance of trade, then we have find the difference between balance of trade and balance of payment, then we have made the difference between current account and capital account of balance of payment, and the last balance of payment deficit how comes, and balance of payment surplus. And even we have learned balance of payment equilibrium and disequilibrium, which arises because of BOP deficit and BOP surplus, autonomous and accommodating items. So this was for today's class. I hope you have understood. Thank you for class. Have a nice day.